Heading off to do our last provision. It's very windy.
We are.
So this is the town. Found something nice for the... Oh, they're for special treats.
They're for the equator.
Oh wow, cool. Okay.
Pretty happy.
Yeah.
I mean they are like $4 each.
Okay. Cool.
But they're equator beers.
Equator beers.
Which one do you want?
I'll have the pale ale. That's it. That's the last of the shopping. We gave all our coins to the bag packing lady. We haven't got a cent to our names in pesos. And we're heading off. So we're off. That's the end of the land.
Yeah, that's actually land's end.
That is it. There it is.
Yeah.
That's the end. This is the town.
The end of Baja, Mexico.
There's a big ship in. Well, a Disney cruise ship.
The Disney one.
So there you go, guys. Next time we see land, it's going to be in about a month. Woo! Bit nervy. How are you feeling?
I don't know whether it's excitement or nerves or adrenaline or what, but wow, it's all a mixture of feelings.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd use the next 2 days of heavy weather to get going.
Get a head start on it all.
Yeah, so we're just about to meet our rum line once we get around Land's End here, and we'll just be stuck on that heading now for a while.
And how many nautical miles is it to where we're going?
2,603.
There we go. That's it. 2,603, official number.
Official number, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. That's the end.
Just got mizzen up and staysail, and that's where we're going to keep it while it's for at least the first day, just so we can chill.
What's going on, babe?
Well, we've got an issue. We've got a block scupper. A rag went down and blocked the scupper, so I'm going to see if I can pull the rag out by dropping a squid jig down and extracting it.
But look at the weather.
It's pretty wild.
We're going about 7 or 8 knots. I call this big seas, but apparently it isn't. Day 1, just left. It's crazy. Very windy. Sorry if there's wind noise, but I've got my phone here on my big camera. I'm sitting here. It's pretty chilly. The sun's about to go down. Magnus has been out on the side of the boat trying to get a rag out of the scupper, which is really jammed in there and it's filling up the sides of the gunnels. So he's also bailing out the gunnels as well. We're tootling along at about 7.5 knots. We've already done 20 miles and we're going to be going, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. So 3 hours I think. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it feels weird. You can still see land and the waves are, for me, pretty big, but apparently they're not big. So yeah, you can see we're moving. Anyway, so I thought I'd do a little update. So this is day 1 of this passage of 2,600 nautical miles. Never done anything like this in my life, so Day 2. That was a wild and woolly night. I did about only 4 hours on watch. Magnus did the rest. The seas were wild. We had 35 knots. We were going nearly 10 knots. Crazy. Big waves. And then in the morning it all settled down a bit. So we're now doing about 6 knots. About 10 to 15 knots of breeze. It's a lot calmer. And what else can I report? We nearly lost a water bottle over the side, but Magnus lashed that down again. We nearly lost a wind handle over the side, but he managed to catch that, and we nearly lost one of the fishing lines, which he literally caught as it was flying off the side. So that's the update. See ya.
It's our second Mexican flag, and this one's just on its last legs. So I'll have to hang this in the man cave when we get home. With all the rest of our flags. Not that I have a man cave. How's that heading?
Is it good? It should be good now.
Reasonably good.
Been playing with Wally. This is what the seas look like today.
Here we are, day 3 out of the Pacific, and finally we've got dolphins joining us, literally hundreds of them. They go for about 20 acres, just beautiful dolphins, look at them all. There's just hundreds. Wow, they're so beautiful. So it's just us, one booby that's been circling, and 1,000 odd dolphins. They're even like half a mile away out there. I've never seen this many. Yeah, it never gets tiring, dolphins. It doesn't get tiring. There's just so many. There's one little boogie flying around. And up until now it's been pretty choppy. But now it's just these big rollers. And the wind's died down to about 8 knots. The rollers are pretty big. Look at this one coming in. And up we go. See my roofing line hanging down there. I've tidied that one away. A bit like slow TV watching these dolphins. It's like sit around the campfire, mesmerising.
The wind's dropped, and Magnus has been trying to get the spinnaker to work, but it's such fickle wind. We're on day 4, done about 350 nautical miles, and there's not much out there. Is there, babe?
No, not much apart from the odd squid that lands on the boat during the night.
Or flying fish.
But I just wish that this wind...
It's just all over, isn't it? It keeps changing.
It's 360 degrees.
And it's been like that all night.
Yeah, and it's so light.
In fact, we ended up motoring.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Because it's just, you can't do anything with it. Says me, the sailor. Mind you, I had a fair go. I must have changed Wally about 15 times. Anyway, we're persevering with the spinnaker. It's coming in. It's going to get damaged, so we're going to pull the spinnaker in. Oh God.
Quiet.
Yeah, there's no wind. So, yeah.
We're just going to wait.
Day 4. This is my little update. Had a good sleep. Was pretty quiet in the night. The wind was all over the shop. Ended up motoring. And this morning we made an executive decision that we are just going to wait it out till the wind comes. We're not going to waste our fuel. It's very early in the day to be using up the fuel. So we're just going to sit and wallow in the ocean until the wind comes, and then we'll chuff off again. But it's very beautiful out here. I'll show you. See ya. Very calm. Okay, so I'll wake you up if something happens.
Yeah. The wind comes up. Wind. It's only saying 8 knots of breeze because the mast is going backwards and forwards.
Okay.
There's no actual breeze.
So, is there a number I need to wake you up on?
When you see the wind come up.
Consistently?
Yeah.
Okay. Sleep well. The wind's back, so we're now flying the spinnaker again. That looks much better. And we're doing... what are we doing? 2.5 knots and 7.6 a breeze. A few running repairs on the mainsail. Buttons fell out, managed to catch them though. Or Magnus managed to catch them before they came out completely. So you think one's missing?
There was lost one.
Oh, okay. We got any spares?
It's not that important. Down where she lives.
Nice.
Back in the house.
That's it.
Right, let's
simple.
do some stitching.
What's going on?
Wait, the spinnaker to set probably. You've got a couple of little chafes on the mainsail at the batten pockets. So I'm going to fix it with some sticky. You can't really sew that without unsewing a bit of it and then resewing it. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Bit of preventative maintenance.
Just sewing up the broken zips with the Speedy Stitcher. Magnus on the other side, it will be in a minute. We'll just, to stop the water getting in.
Ready for that one?
Yeah, it's ready.
Who was on the phone?
The video.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm recording now, so it's recording your interesting comments.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Happy with that? You need to pull it your way.
You need to pull it your way.
Okay. Yep. So, top is up, stitch is in there, tacking stitch, stitched all the way down here with the Speedy Stitcher. Get in there. So now you're putting the flap on, are you?
Now I'm going to trim the flap.
Okay.
How's that?
That's good.
I'll pull the needle out.
Oh, no. Okay, now. All right, got it. It's a bit manky. Okay.
Pull your side tight. That's it. Whoop.
Okay. Now that's done. Running repairs. Well, not really repairs. We're just going to replace these zips, and we had to move these, whatever this is called, steel. Gantry forward, see, to fit in the solar panel. So that made the hole in the wrong place in here. Ha! Nicely demonstrated. And the zips need replacing anyways, so we've sort of jimmied it a bit to stop the water coming in when we hit the rainy section of this Pacific crossing. So now we're going to do the other side. We're going to do this side now.
The middle here.
Oh, the middle?
I'd love to put a stitch in there.
Yeah, right, we're going to put a stitch in there. Okay guys, bit of news. The beautiful spinnaker that we got has been retired to the aft cabin until we can get a halyard for it, because it's chafing through the main halyard and we can't afford to lose that halyard.
Not the main halyard, the headsail halyard.
The headsail halyard, correction there. So, yeah, it's gone into the cabin. We'll keep you posted as to our progress. We're just chuffing along at about, I don't know, 1 or 2 knots now. Very light winds. It's pleasant enough. Not really much to report. Oh yeah, we did a bit of sewing, which you've probably seen by now, to sew up the zips. And Magnus has done a little bit of fixing of the sails with the sail tape, but I didn't video that. And yeah, it's all good on the ocean. This is what it looks like. Very cruisy. 2 sails up. The breeze is really fickle. It comes and goes, comes and goes. What are you doing?
Well, I've always liked to plot where I am on paper, on a bit of a passage. So yeah, just plotting where we are in case the proverbial hits a fan. We've at least got a record of where we were. 0.3. There, that's where we are. Spot on, right next to Isla Clarion. This Isla Clarion's been on the chart, on our electronic chart here, for so long, because there's been no wind for the last 2 days. So we've moved from there to there in 24 hours. From Isla Partida to Isla Clarion. It's been so slow. But anyway, it's all good fun. So that's our latest waypoint there, and that's our heading, which is kept pretty well consistent and constant. There we go. That's our plot from Cabo San Lucas. That was our first, what was that? That was about 20 hours. And that was our next day, which was good. And then yesterday was pretty slow. We didn't go far at all. So it's the 15th, 3rd, 19 is that position there. So I'll plot all the way across to Australia. And I'll finish plotting. I've got it all plotted on another chart all the way down to where we started this journey, which was down here in the Gulf of Panama at Toboga, Panama, at Balboa. So essentially we've gone down here to these islands. That's where we did our shakedown, and then we've come up here, visited all these islands all the way through. It was absolutely beautiful. All the islands through here, all up through here, and then we did the zing up to Mexico. We are heading over here, Hiva Oa. That little bay in there is where we're heading to. So yeah, we'll be coming down through here, across the equator. We hope to cross the equator at this point here, just over the page, 120, at the 120 latitude. That's our hope for crossing, and then we'll keep going and then pick up this current, sorry, to here, and this current will take us across and down. So we want to pass through so what we're planning on doing, the long-term plan, is to make as much south as we can right now, which will bring us down here, and the winds will start at about 15, so around the mathematician seamounts, wind should start, and then that'll bring us down, and then through into the ITZZ, zip across and make south again across this current until we pick up the good current again, and this is the area of light winds and thunderstorms, and then across the equator here, and then into this beautiful current which runs up to 3 knots, taking us the right direction. But we're a long way from there yet. Breakfast first.
So babe, tell me what's happening about our course.
Course?
Yes.
Our course in sewing?
No, our course in sailing.
Our heading, you mean?
Our heading.
We've decided to now utilise the wind's clocked a bit around to the west, and it's been northerlies and northerlies. So now that it's clocked a bit to the west, that's given us the opportunity to tack or to jibe and make a more southerly course instead of our westerly. So now we're making a beeline straight for our equator crossing, which is at the 120th parallel. Sorry, 120 degrees longitude, because it's not one of the parallels. So we're heading that way, and once we get to about 15 north, the wind should pick up, and we're about, what are we in now, 17, so we've got 2 degrees to go, and we should get a bit more breeze. So meanwhile, it's beautiful, it's dead flat, solid, we're cruising along at 5 and a bit knots. I'm going to do some sewing.
Yeah, good opportunity.
Because that's what blokes do.
And I've been doing bookwork.
And Wendy's been busy
accounting.
with bookwork. Yeah.
Getting all the accounts.
She's been getting all the accounts ready because it's the end of the financial year. Is it? No.
It is in Australia.
In Australia, yeah, for businesses. We can get, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to unpick this, and I'm going to convert a sail cover into a stack pack because we don't have enough umbrella, and I might as well use what we got.
The quick unpicking going.
Well, I've decided there's a quicker way. Yeah, you just do it like this. That's the super quick unpick. Said you got to make sure you're not going to go off target. No, I'm going to have to cut it through that side because I've got much too much material. So what I'm going to do is get the scissors out and cut it.
Day 5, and we have decided to turn south because there is no wind where we are at the moment, and there was a tiny wind shift, so Magnus has taken advantage of that, and we're heading a little bit south towards 15 where there should be wind. So that's the latest sailing report. Magnus has done a bit of prep work for making the stack packs out of the old sail covers, so he's been working on that. He tried to jimmy the halyard for the spinnaker. Had a few goes at doing it a slightly different way, but it puts too much stress on the halyard, so the spinnaker is going to stay in the after cabin until we can get more ropes to create, I believe, its own halyard or something like that. It's very peaceful out here. I think there's rain forecast, so we might get a little bit of rain, but all's well in the South Pacific. And we are now heading towards the equator, which is about an 890 nautical mile stretch, which for us is about hopefully a 9-day sail. So yeah, I will keep doing these little daily updates, and I will keep you posted if anything happens. See you.